bringing Israel to the world. This is IBN News.
With news of Israel, I'm Susan Michaels. With a decline in the rate of new coronavirus cases and related deaths, Israel has voted to limit security services' involvement in tracking coronavirus carriers using cell phones. The emergency measure, which allowed Shin Bet to use surveillance to track patients in an effort to limit their exposure to the general public, was approved by the cabinet in mid-March. The government says from now on, the measure will only be used when the epidemiological investigations prove insufficient. The practice has been challenged in court, with government watchdog groups arguing that the use of mass surveillance to track Israel's population is a gross violation of civil and privacy rights. The government modified the regulations to make cell phone tracking available to officials only in specific instances when the places where the carrier visited cannot be verified. However, the reduced Shin Bet involvement in following COVID-19 carriers could be reviewed if another outbreak occurs. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has warned this week that Israel must brace for a second wave of coronavirus. Speaking at the first meeting of his Likud party's Knesset faction since the government was sworn in last week, Netanyahu said the second wave is expected to be much more lethal. The virus has infected more than 16,000 Israelis and killed 279 people. A steady decline in the number of COVID-19 cases has been seen, with more than 14,000 having made a full recovery. Despite his warning of a second wave, Netanyahu praised Israel's great success in dealing with the virus. A directive to demolish the home of a Palestinian terrorist who was involved in the murder of 19-year-old First Sergeant Devere Sorek from the West Bank settlement of Ofra last August was annulled this week by the High Court of Justice. According to the justices, the terrorist's family, his wife and 3 children, did not know of his deeds. Therefore, the punishment is not proportional. Among other offenses, Mohammed Atwan is charged with intended killing for his involvement and complicity in the stabbing attack against Sorek. And according to Ben Gurion Airport's managing director, Israel will resume commercial flights by mid-July at the earliest. And when flights do restart, the number of departing planes will remain low for the foreseeable future. I'm Susan Michaels.
IBN. Israel Broadcast Network.